details. Now, frequently asked question on course outcome. There is here I'm talking about the some of the frequently asked question. I hope that all your doubts will be clear. There is a question: do you need course outcome for every subject? The answer is yes. Every subject you have to write the course outcomes. It may be the lab or project work, seminar, internship, or any program. If it is anything, if it is as part of the syllabus in the curriculum, then you have to define the course outcome. There is another question, means how many course outcomes I have to write for my subject. Typically, it will be 4 to 6 course outcomes you are supposed to write. You can also write multiple course outcome for your subjects, like a project work. It's possible. There is another question: do I consider POs while framing the course outcome for my subject? The answer is yes. While writing the course outcome with respect to your subject, you have to consider all POs that are already given by the National Board of Accreditation. In the sense, the PO your subject. Now, there is another question: do I consider the I want to say one more thing. If you have any doubts at the end of the section, I can answer all the things, because of now I cannot read your answers. That's what it's my humble request. There is another question: do I consider the blooms while writing the course outcome for my subject? The answer is yes. You can use Bloom's level 3, 4, 5, 6 while writing the course outcomes, but you can map them directly to PO1, PO2, PO4, PO3 respectively. There is another question: do I need to write the course outcome for laboratory courses also? In the sense, he is asking, there is a laboratory courses, means labs in his curriculum, I mean like a BE computer science, for which he is asking, do you have to write the course outcome for laboratory course? That is meaning of that question. The answer is yes. All theory courses, all laboratory courses, project works, internship, you have to write the course outcomes. As long as if it is a part of the syllabus, then you need to write the COs. Sorry, there was some problem. Okay. Now there is another thing. There is another question: how many POs I can map for single subject? Generally, every subjects need to minimum 2 POs. Means that's what MBS says, but you can do assessment tool. For example, like it may be mini projects or assignments, any other tools which is prescribed by the your university. There is another questions: in general, in single CO, how many POs I can map? For example, I'm handling, there is a subject called database management. With respect to that subject, how many POs I can map? The meaning of that question. The answer is generally a single CO may be mapped to 1 or 2 POs, but you can also map multiple POs also. In case if you are writing the CO based on Bloom's level 1 or level 2, then you can map you cannot map to any PO directly. There is another question. What are the correlation level I can use in CO PO mapping? The answer is either 1 or 2, 3. You can use, means 1 or 2, 3. You can use it. 1 it is used for the low, 2 it is used for the medium, 3 used for the high. There is another question. Should I follow the CO which is prescribed by the university with respect to my subject? The answer is, as long as the COs are well defined by the university, you can use it. Otherwise, you can write your own COs with respect to your subject. There is another question. Shall I use the COs which are derived from for my subject? In the sense, he has written 6 COs. He has taken from the various subjects. In the sense, the answer is no. All course outcomes are same subjects, but not derived from the multiple subjects. Like 2 course outcomes are derived from DBMS, 2 course outcomes are taken from the operating systems, 2 course outcome from computer networks. This type of course outcomes we cannot expect. Whenever you're writing the course outcomes, it should be only particular subject. If you're writing the course outcome for the computer networks, you have to write the computer network. If you're writing the course outcome for operating system, you have to write for the operating system only. Now, there is another question. Shall I use the syllabus alone while writing the a CO for my subject? The answer is, it is not advisable. Whenever you are writing the course outcomes with respect to your subject, you have to take the entire the syllabus and teaching learning process and assessment tool with respect to your subject. Then you can write the course outcome. There is another question. Shall I write the course outcomes based on unit wise or module wise? In the sense, syllabus is divided into units or module. In the sense, some people, they have a practice writing the course outcome based on unit wise or module wise. The answer is, it is not advisable to writing the course outcome based on the unit wise or module wise. Means write rather than unit wise, module wise. You can write the course outcomes generalized way. In the sense, for example, based on the PO1, in the sense apply level, you can write one course outcomes. The apply level may come, in the sense PO1 may come unit 1 or unit 2, unit 3, unit 4. It doesn't matter. You are writing one course outcome. It means generalized way you are writing. Irrespective of the whether it is unit 1, unit 2, it doesn't matter. You are writing one course outcome. Same thing, analyze level point of view. You are writing one course outcome. It may come unit 1, unit 2, unit 3, unit 4. It doesn't matter. You are writing generalized. Now, introduction. What do you mean course? The course may be the subject. For example, it may be the computer network. The course may be lab. For example, it may be the DBMS lab. The course may be even project work. What do you expect from the course outcome? You can expect from the course outcomes like a skills, or we can say that competency. For example, it may be the apply skill, or it may be the analyze skill, or it may be the design skill, or it may be the usage of the modern tools, even teamwork. even engineering societal skills. It may be anything. There are 12 POs, which is already defined by the MBA. What means this skill will be acquired by the students. Now, all these course outcomes are students means semester end exams, or sometimes we can also call university exams. The marks will be declared at the end of the semester only. So in case if you want to measure the all the course outcome, it is advisable you people to calculate only at the end of the semester, because of university marks will be declared at the end of the semester only. Now, every subject will have a course outcomes. All course outcomes must be relevant to the particular subject. I already say that. When you're writing the course outcome for computer networks, you should write only course outcome for the computer network. You should not take the some of the course outcome from the operating system like other subject like that. All the course outcomes should be written by considering the entire syllabus, TLP, and assessment tools. For example, DBMS course, with respect to this example in the slides, here it is an integrated course. It contains the theory components as well as lab components in a single subject. This example, in the sense with respect to this DBMS course, are written based on the different skill. The skill may be remember level, understanding level, apply level, analyze skill, design level, investigation, modern tools like that, even communication. By considering these skills with respect to these subjects, they have written 6 course outcome. Now, with respect to CO1, here there are multiple assessment tools can be used. For example, in your theory exams, you can ask some sort of Bloom's you can ask even assign exam also. This type of questions you can also ask assignment, seminar, quiz also possible. Like that, you should also talk about what are the assessment tools you are using in order to measure that particular CO. I will talk subsequently what are the assessment tools we will use here. Now, people may ask you here, CO1, it is written based on the remember level, understanding skill, but I never map with this particular CO to any PO. The reason is that if you take this upper table, you see the remember, understanding, and it is mapped with the National Board of Accreditation MBA graduate attributes. In case if you're writing any CO based on the Bloom's level 1, level 2, you cannot directly map with to any PO directly. I'm saying directly. It is possible only indirectly. I will talk when we can do for indirectly subsequently. Now, if you want to write the few POs or some of the COs based on the Bloom's level, then you can write one CO for one Bloom, except Bloom's level 1, Bloom's level 2. With respect to here, for example, CO1 is written based on the Bloom's level 1 or Bloom's level 2. In the sense, remember level, understanding level, but this particular PO, it is not mapped to the any PO directly. Here, we are mixing the Bloom's level 1, level 2, since these Bloom's level 2 are lower level of the Bloom's taxonomy. And based on that, if you're writing the CO, it will be acceptable. For example, if you are writing the CO2 based on the Bloom's level 3, then you have to map this particular CO to the PO1. If you are writing this CO, for example, CO3, based on the Bloom's level 4, I mean, analyze level, then you have to map with the PO2. By considering the Bloom's level 5, in the sense evaluate, Bloom's evaluate, you can write the CO4, then you have to map this particular CO to the PO4. In case if you're writing the with help of the Bloom's level 6, means creative level, you're writing the one of the CO, then you can write the CO5. Then with respect to this CO, you have to map with PO3. In the sense, it is a design level. And one more thing here, don't write a single CO by mixing with multiple Bloom's level. I mean, starting with level 3 to level 6. But except Bloom's level 1, level 2 can be acceptable. But whenever you are writing the CO, you should not mix with the Bloom's level 3 to level 6. For example, there is a CO called analyze and apply the normalization concept for the relation schema. This type of CO is not acceptable because of here analyze comes under Bloom's level 4. With respect to MBA point of view, we will call this one as a PO2, and apply level comes under Bloom's level 3. In the sense, it comes PO1 with respect to MBA point of view. Here you can write the separate CO for the apply level point of view. By considering the apply level, I am writing CO1, like a student has the ability to apply the SQL as well as relational algebra to find the solution to broad range of the queries. Whereas by considering the analyze level, I am writing CO2, student has the ability to analyze the various database design techniques for the given scenario. Like that you can write. Now, that is the reason only this is the shows that the comparison between the Bloom's level as well as MBA graduate attributes direct relations. Now, avoid writing the multiple course outcomes which are not mapped to the any program outcomes. For example, there is a subject called XYZ. I'm assuming that. I'm taking this as an example. For example, here CO1 is written based on the Bloom's level 1 and level 2, but it is not mapped to the any PO directly. Here, Bloom's level 3, level 3, level 4, because of now I have given here Bloom's level 3, level 4, level 6, level 5 are mapped to the PO1, PO2, PO3, PO4 respectively. Here we have to do one-to-one mapping. In the sense, one CO you are mapped with one PO. So for example, you take the CO2, it is mapped with PO1. CO3 is mapped with PO2. CO4, it is mapped with PO4. That's why what I want to say is that here, for example, you take CO4. CO4 is already mapped to the PO4. No need to map to the PO1, PO2. In the sense, PO4, it mainly talks about the investigation skill. Qualification, I will say that PhD degree. In the sense, highest degree, I will say. And means like that, any CO, if it is reaching the highest level Bloom's, in the sense with respect to Bloom's, you have a 6th level. If any particular CO, if it is reaching the highest level, then you have to map to that particular Bloom's only. This norms is applicable up to PO4 only. Since Bloom's, like a Bloom's B3 to B5, it is up to, you can map only PO4 only. Remaining thing, for example, you take in CO4. CO4, it is mapped with PO4. It is also mapped with PO9, PO10. But if at all, if you want to map any COs, one-to-one, you have to map from Bloom's level 3 to level 6, Bloom's level 6. That you have to focus. Now, this is the comparison. Now, with respect to this example, CO1, we have written based on the remember level understanding. That's why I already told that whenever you're writing this any particular CO, you cannot directly map with any PO. Now, CO2 is mapped directly to PO1. CO3, it's mapped with analyze level. CO4, it is mapped with investigation as well as communication and individual. CO6, CO5, it is based on the communication skill, individual. Now, generally, whenever you write the course outcome, we do some certain mistakes. Now, for example, there is a subject called database management systems. The faculty member has written course outcome as below. Shall we accept the following the one course outcome which is written by no? The reason is every course you have to write the 4 to 6 course outcome is required. Whether it is lab course or project work, seminar, or if anything, even internship. As long as if you treat that one as a course, in the sense subject, then it required 4 to 6 course outcomes is required. Now, there is a subject called database management systems. Faculty member has written the 6 course outcomes as below. Shall we accept the following the 6 course outcome that were written by the faculty member? You can say yes or no. The answer is no. Here, he has written the 6 course outcome, but all the course outcomes are written based on the understanding level and remember level. I already told that if you're writing the course outcome based on the Bloom's level 1, level 2, in the sense understanding level, remembering level, you cannot map any PO directly. That what's down tables, it clearly shows the mapping between the Bloom's as well as MBA graduate attributes. If at all, if you want to map, it's only possible indirectly, like a PO6, PO8, it may be possible. But if you see here, then everything, whatever the things you have written, it's not a PO6 mainly talk about security related thing, but it's nothing is there here. That's why it's not possible. Now, there is a subject called database management. The faculty member has written the 6 course outcome as below. Shall we accept the 6 course outcome written by the faculty member? The answer is no. Here, he has written the 6 course outcome, but if you look at course outcome 2, in the sense, as well as CO6, these 2 course outcomes are from the computer network subject. Since you are claiming that these 6 course outcomes belongs to the DBMS subject, but some of the course outcomes are taken from the computer networks. I already told that whenever you're writing the course outcomes, all the course outcome should be particular subject only. It should not be derived from the multiple subject. That's meaning of that. Now, there is a subject called database management systems. The faculty member has written the 6 course outcome. Shall we accept the below course outcomes in a DBMS subject? The answer is no. Here, he has written this 6 course outcome. Yes, but as per the MBA say that typically every course it's required 4 to 6, but he has written 6. But unfortunately, all the 6 course outcomes are written based on the apply level only. I already told that every subject has to map at least 2 program outcomes. Yes, apply level, you can map with PO1 only. But I already told that every subject at least 2 PO has to be mapped, like a PO1, PO2, PO3 like that. But unfortunately, all the course outcome, it is mapped only PO1 only. That's meaning of the term. Now, for example, there is a DBMS subject. The faculty member has written 6 course outcome below. Shall we accept the following the 6 course outcomes? The answer is no. The reason is here, he has written 6 course outcomes, but all 6 course outcomes are written based on the design level, in the sense PO3 level point of view he has written. I already told that since MBA will expect Unfortunately, you have a map with only a pivot 3, but it says that at least 2 pivots it has to be mapped. Now there is another example with respect to DBMS subjects. The faculty member has written the 6 course outcomes as shown in below in the table. Shall we accept the following the course outcomes which is framed by the DBMS faculty? The answer is yes. Here the CO1, he has written based on the remember level as well as understanding level. CO2 he has written based on the apply level. CO3 he has written based on the analyze skill. CO4 he has written based on the design skill. CO5 he has written based on the investigation. CO6 he has written based on the modern tool. With respect to this example, what I want to tell is that CO1 is written based on the remember level understanding, means it may CO1 may come unit 1, unit 2, unit 3, it does not matter, he has written one CO. And CO3 he has written based on the analyze skills, so the CO3 may come unit 1, unit 3 doesn't matter, he has written one CO. What I want to say is that he is written the generalized CO because of to do that one. Now let's assume that in DBMS subjects, it has only one CO. For example, CO1 is talk about the student has the ability to define and understand and explain the concept of the database management system. So with respect to here, he has this particular, the faculty has defined the CO, but he has mapped only one CO with respect to all pivots. With all pivots, that cannot be possible because of, in fact, CO1 is mainly Bloom's level 1 level 2 point of view has written, but he has mapped even PO4 PO5. In a sense, PO4 is nothing but investigation, PO3 is nothing but design. How can it's possible? So it's not possible. Now I'm taking, there is an example called DBMS subjects. Here, shall we accept the below CO PO mapping with respect to DBMS subject? This mapping is done by the faculty member. You have to say yes or no. If you say that no, the answer is correct. Here, all these course outcomes are mapped to the all PO with one. One is nothing but as a correlation level. In the sense, we will call as a strength of the value. For example, CO1, it is mapped to PO1. It is a correlation level. We can say that. It means strength of the strength, we can say. So this type of mapping we'll never expect. In a sense, a single person cannot be having multiple, what do you say that one? All the characteristics, we can say. CO1, cannot be design level, investigation. It's not possible. This type of mapping cannot be acceptable. Now, with respect to same thing here. Here, I'm taking, there is a DBMS subject. Here, shall we accept the below CO-PO mapping with respect to DBMS subject? This is mapping is done by the faculty member. The answer is no. Here, all the CO-PO mapping is done with the 3 as a correlation value. For example, CO2 is mapped with PO1. The strength is 3. CO2 is also mapped with the PO2. The strength is 3. This type of mapping, cannot be acceptable. Now, do we accept the following CO and CO-PO mapping? The answer is yes. Here, if you see that here, if you say here, right side of the course outcomes are correct, but right side of the mapping is wrong. In the sense, if you say that CO's point of view, it is correct, but mapping point of view, it is wrong. In the sense, you take that CO4, they have written based on the design skill. But when it comes to mapping, CO4, he has mapped with PO2. Actually, he is supposed to map with the PO3 because the PO3 is mainly talks about the design. And with respect to CO5, it's mainly emphasized on the investigation. It's nothing but it should be CO5, it should be PO4, but he has mapped PO2 only. So right side, COs are correct, but left side, mapping is wrong. That's meaning of the term. Now, generally, this is the thing which is happened, especially at JNTU level, I mean university level, in the sense college level. Now, avoid the writing the course outcome based on the unit wise or module wise. Why I'm saying this one, there are certain reason is there. Whenever you are writing the course outcomes, you have to take the entire syllabus and TLP as well as, and then assessment tool, what based on that you have to do it. If you take the all the three parameters like the entire syllabus, TLP, assessment tool, then CO attainment issues can be avoided. For example, from unit 1 and unit 2, you have written CO1, CO2. During the first mid, all the questions are mapped with CO1. Unit 2, all the questions are mapped with CO3, CO4. From unit 5, unit 6 point of view, you have written the CO5, CO6 during the third mid. In the sense, there are some college they will conduct in third mid also, and all the questions are mapped with CO5, CO6. But unfortunately, if the students are unable to take the third mid, then attainment level of the CO5, CO6, it becomes 0. So in order to solve the above said problem, you can write the COs based on the entire syllabus rather than the unit wise. Now, there is a subject called, I'm taking here is one example is ABC. Following the CO PO mapping is done by the faculty member. Shall we accept the below mapping? Yes or no? The answer is yes, is acceptable. The reason is that CO1 is written based on the apply skill. CO2 is written the analyze skill. CO3 is written based on the design level as well as communication skill. I already told that. See, PO1 to PO4, the CO PO mapping has to done 1 to 1. If you see here, this example will follow. CO4 he has written based on the investigation as well as communication skill. CO5 they have written the usage of the modern tools and communication skill. CO6 is written based on the engineering, societal and communication. Like that, if you're writing, this can be acceptable. Now, I'm saying that there is a one subject called DBMS. Shall we accept the following question paper? The answer is no. The reason is that all the questions are framed from the Bloom's level 1, level 2. Then if you so the attainment of the PO become a 0. So that's why you cannot give like the Bloom's level 1, level 2 maximum. Like you should give like the analyze apply level question, then attainment of the POs it's possible. Now, there is, for example, there is an internal question paper. Sometimes we can call as a mid exam. You call, yeah, it is a mid exam. Mid exam of the DBMS subjects has prepared by the faculty member. Shall we accept the following question paper? The answer is yes. The reason is question 1, question 3 are written based on the apply level. Yes. Question 2, question 4 is written based on the analyze skill. If you write the question paper, I mean in the mid exam in this fashion, then attainment, it is possible. You're truly following the OBE systems. If you when you see maximum institution, mid exam, they will write only explain, write a short note, discuss. This whole thing will be there. Of course, you give me some mark for the Bloom's level 1, level 2 also, but the percentage of mark should be very less. That's what I want to say. Now, how to write the course outcomes? Now, before writing the course outcome for with respect to your subject, you can look at the Bloom's taxonomy. First, there are 6 levels. First one is remembering level, second one is understanding level, third one is apply level, fourth one is analyze level, fifth one is evaluate level, sixth one is creative level. In a sense, bottom is remember level, higher level is creative level. See, the complexity will be increased when you move from one level to another level. Now, before writing the course outcome with respect to your subject, you can also look at the UG program outcomes. What I want to say that there are 12 program outcomes for the UG programs. These program outcomes are given by the National Board of Accreditation, irrespective of the branches. Like it's maybe the CSE, mechanical, electrical. Everyone has to use these POs while framing the course outcomes. Now, in UG engineering programs, MBA graduate, MBA National Board of Accreditation, graduate attributes directly start with P1, in the sense apply level. In the sense, with respect to Bloom's point of view, we'll refer to the Bloom's level 3. Bloom's level 1, in the sense remember level, level 2 in the sense understanding. They are not directly addressed to any UG MBA graduate attributes. You can map them indirectly, in the sense like a PO6, PO7, like a societal ethics issue, like those type of things. It's possible, but you have to see the content of the course outcomes, what you written. Based on that, you can map. Now, whenever you are writing the course outcomes, you have to see the entire syllabus, teaching learning process, and the assessment tool what you use. Otherwise, you have to face the attainment problem. Means sometimes you will write the course outcomes, but you don't have a proper assessment tools. Then attainment become a major issues. In order to overcome that problems, that's why what I want to say. Whenever you're writing the course outcomes, you should see the entire syllabus, teaching learning process, assessment tools. Now, I already told that these 3 parameters we will consider while framing the computer network, you assume like that. Then what skill he acquired? Generally, there are MBAs already defined 12 program outcomes. Like a PO1, talks about the apply skill. PO2 talks about the analyze skill. PO3 talks about the design skill. PO4 it talks about the investigation skill, like that. PO12 is talk about the lifelong learning skill. In a sense, if any student, if he studied the particular course or particular subject, then what skill he will acquire. That's meaning of that. In a sense, this is the one example I'm showing here. For example, this is a subject called DBMS. If I study this entire syllabus, what skill student will acquire? That's meaning of that one. This is the one parameter we have to consider before when you're framing the syllabus. And then another parameter is that TLP, teaching learning process, which help the faculty member to train the students to acquire the skills or learn the skill. I already told that it may be, skill in the sense, it may be apply skills or design skill, or it may be investigation skill. This skill will be written in the form of the COs only. So as a faculty, your objective is to train the students, because of TLP will play a major role to train the students. For example, in a classrooms, student can learn how to solve the problem. It's nothing but it is apply skill. In laboratory courses, the student can learn how to use modern tools or how to use the modern equipments and analyze the output based on the input. It is nothing but it is analyze skill, and it is also nothing but usage of the modern tools. With respect to seminar, student can learn how to present their research topics and particular domain. It's nothing but it's a communication skill and individual or how to develop a model for unsolved problem. It is, it is a design skill, or we can say that, it is nothing but, a teamwork skill. Because of this, TLP will play a major role for the faculty member to train the student to acquire that particular, student will be acquire those skills. That is one of the advantage of TLP, we can say that one. Now, whenever you're writing the COs, you have to take the entire syllabus. Another one is TLP. Another one is assessment tools. Now I'm talking about the assessment tools. When you're talking about assessment tools, these assessment tools will help the faculty member to measure the student skill. Measure the student skill in the sense, by means I want to calculate the CO attainment. Means I already told that CO, I can use certain tools, like it may be the theory exams, it may be the project works, even assignments, like that. In a sense, these skills, they like apply skill, it may be the analyze skill or design skill. This skill will be written in the form of COs only by the student through the various tools, like a theory exams, laboratory exams, mini project, even assignment, even quiz also. Generally, there are two types of evaluations. One is continuous internal evaluation. You people will call as the internal or some internal exams. And another one is semester end exams. Sometimes we can also call this one as a university exam. In the sense, there are two types of exam pattern. One is internal exam we call, another one is university exam patterns. Here, the allocation of the marks with respect to CIE, semester end exam, in the sense university exams, vary from the university to university. State university also vary. Some university, the internal marks, it will be 50. Some university, they will say that it is 35 marks. It will be vary. Now, with respect to example, how to write the course outcome, I have taken non-integrated course. Now, I'm taking the non-integrated course like a computer network subject. Yes, here, I already told that I'm writing the course outcome by considering the entire syllabus, TLP, and assessment tools. I already told that previously. I have given an example. With respect to here, this subject, I have written the 5 course outcomes. Now, for the theory exam point of view, I have written the 3 course outcomes. For assignment point of view, I have written the 2 course outcomes. Now, you take here. Now, writing the course outcomes are not big deal, but you have to validate your course outcomes, with respect to what are the assessment tools you are using. For example, you take this CO1. CO1, you have written based on the skill of the remember level as well as understanding level, and you are using the exam as assessment tools. I am assuming that here, with respect to this example, you have an option called you can conduct only mid exam, you can give the assignment. That assumption I have taken here. And one more thing here is that you can conduct the 2 assignment, assignment 1, assignment 2. First assignment, you can give the 3 marks, and second assignment, it is a 2 marks. That is assumption I have taken here. With respect to CO2, here I have written of the computer networks for the given scenario. It is apply level, and by considering the skill levels apply level, you are mapping with the PO1, and it is a Bloom's level 3. You are using exam as assessment tools. Of course, you can also measure this particular CO by using the assignment also. But with respect to this example, I'm taking here exam as assessment tools. Your objective is that to assess the student whether he learned the skill or not. That's all. That point of view you have to think here. Now, CO3, student has the ability to apply the analyze given scenario and use appropriate network protocol or techniques Here, CO3 has written based on the skill of analyze skills. You have mapped with PO2. No, this no the analyze no it comes under Bloom's level 4. You are using in an exam. Of course, you can also use assignment, but with respect to this example, I am taking exam as assessment tool to calculate the attainment of the CO3 and CO4. Here, student has the ability to investigate the various network protocol or techniques available in the literature work and submit the report in a team. With respect to here, what I'm doing now, in order to assess this particular CO, I am using the assignment. In the sense, I'm giving a problem to the student, a group of the students. These students, they have to do the literature work. Then they have to come to they have to do this one as a team. Then they have to submit the report. That's the meaning of that one. Now with respect to CO5 is written based on the security and communication skill point of view. I have taken assessment tool as an assignment. Here rather than the individual units. Here CIM marks are divided into exam, I'm assuming, and assignments as per the university norms. Here, I am assuming that theory exams carry the 25 marks and assignment carry the 5 marks. Assignment, once again, it is divided into assignment 1, it carry the 3 marks, assignment 2, it carry the 2 marks. So I already told that my intention is that to assess the students whether he is learn or not. That is a thing. Okay, now I will take some questions like by the time. 1 minute, sir, because of I don't know. Sir, can you? Yeah, someone Yeah, can you? I don't know. Some people they're asking questions. Yeah. Yeah. What is your question? Hello.
All are muted, sir.
What, sir?
All are muted, sir.
Yeah, because some people they are rising, sir. But till now, if they have any doubt, let they ask, sir, so that I can.
Okay.
Yeah, now they can rise.
Yes, if anyone of you have a doubt, you can raise your hand. You can. I will unmute you, and you can ask your questions.
Till now.
Still now, any doubts? You can raise your hand, and I can unmute you. Maybe no, sir. Yes, sir. One doubt is there.
Yes,
Murali,
sir.
sir, you can unmute yourself.
Clarify the difference between course objectives and course outcomes?
Yes, sir. Sir, course objective is defined for the faculty point of view, sir. Course outcomes, for the student point of view. In the sense, if any student, if he studied that particular subject, what is the outcome? What skill he will learn?
Okay, thank you, sir.
For example, if I studied, there is a subject called an operating system. In the sense, as a student, if I studied that particular subject, what skill I'll aim? That's meaning of the point, sir.
Okay, sir. Okay, sir. Thank you, sir.
Swaminathan, sir, you can speak.
What, sir?
And Swaminathan, sir, another person is there, sir. He has raised.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Swaminathan, sir, you can unmute yourself. Maybe no.
Good afternoon, sir.
Yes, good afternoon, sir.
Sir, you explained how to write course outcomes for engineering subjects, sir. So for example, there are science subjects, physics, chemistry, environmental science, like that. There are such subjects, sir. So how to write course outcomes for those subjects? For example, apply, analyze, and those may not available in science subjects, sir.
No. So for example, no, you apply Newton's third norms or techniques or something like to solve for the given scenario. You write there whenever you're writing the no. Like for example, analyzing various techniques for the given scenario. You can write, sir. For example, no, as long as if you are thinking of Bloom's level 3, you can map that particular subject, particular CO to the PO1. If you're writing the any CO based on the Bloom's level 4, you can write the analyze. What?
So actually,
Sir, based on
syllabus. But
yes, sir, yes, sir.
So most of the physics and chemistry syllabus are under understanding level only.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, sir. See, the problem is, your university, has a frame the syllabus.
Yes.
So, but whenever, if they are framing the syllabus, they have to take a consideration of all the POs. Then sometime, this attainment problem can be avoided.
So mostly our science subjects will be related to PO1, sir.
Yes, sir. See, PO1 is mainly talks about the apply the mathematics or science knowledge or engineering knowledge to solve the problem. There, it comes, science knowledge,
Yes, sir.
Even a PO2 is mainly talk about the apply the analyze the problem by considering the engineering knowledge, science knowledge, like that.
Okay.
PO1, PO2 also will come, sir. Even design also will come.
Okay. Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Okay, sir.
Gopichand sir, you can unmute yourself.
Okay, sir. So good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon, sir. Tell me, sir.
Shall we use the higher level Bloom's taxonomy for UG level, sir? For example, L6 level.
That's why I said
So generally-
L6 you can use it, but in theory exam, in the sense in theory exams, like a creative Bloom's level 6, it is a creative. In the sense,
Yes, sir.
nothing but it's a design. So when you're
Okay.
writing the design point of view, because in theory exam, what is the duration? It may be the 1 hour. What is the duration, sir? Mid exam.
Exam is 45 minutes to 1 hour, sir, in between.
40. That's why, within the what it says that, whenever you want to write, whenever you want to measure the COs based on the Bloom's level 1, level 2, level 3, level 4, you can use fixed theory exam. In the sense, mid exam.
Okay, sir.
Not only mid exam, it's even any university exam. In the sense, theory exam, you can use it.
Okay.
But in case if you
Okay.
want to go, for example, now whatever I've shown you, ACT exam form I have shown in the PPTs. If you see that,
Yes, sir.
remember level, understanding level, apply level, analyze level, you can use fixed exam. In case if you are going for any creative level or evaluating, then you have to use mini projects, even assignments, any
Okay.
alternate assessment tools you can use it, sir.
Okay, sir.
But not for in theory exam.
The exam you can't go for the higher levels. Yes, sir. Okay, sir. Thank you, sir.
In the sense, for example, in theory exam, you cannot do investigation. Whenever you want to do investigation, like a PO4, you have to
Yes,
take
sir.
large number of samples, then you have to do investigation. Within the 30 minutes, what investigation will do, sir? That's not possible. It's not advisable also.
But for,
That's what ACT is.
but for okay, sir. But when we are defining the course outcome for a simple or a course, so it is better to go for L6. Is it right, sir?
No, but that's why I'm saying, whenever you're writing the course outcome, you have to take 3 parameters. One is syllabus, entire syllabus, then TLP, then assessment tool.
Okay, sir.
No, but as long as if we are giving any assignment, now you can go for even, for example, you take care, like you can give any research problem to your students, and you can ask the student to do some sort of literature works. Based on, you can ask them to submit the report. In the sense, a student has to refer more than 10 to 15 research paper. It is one type of investigation. In that case, you can map the PO4. In a sense, like a okay,
Thank you, sir.
Niranjan sir, you can speak.
Sir, good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon, sir.
So I observed that some subjects are the COs and CO is mainly unit wise. CO1 is unit 1, CO2, unit 2, CO3 like that. But some cases for entire syllabus, CO1, CO1, so which is the final, sir?
Sir,
Which,
I see if you see my slide now I shown here.
sir, but
Now,
in different cases,
you-
I
you-
observed.
Yeah, you take this case, sir. Then what happened? For example, you take he has written the unit wise. For example, unit
okay,
1,
sir. But
you have written.
I observed that some universities following the one technique and some universities following other technique. But which is the final one? Which is the best one?
Yeah,
So
that's why I'm saying no.
Ah.
As long as if the student is taking the, I'm not saying that you cannot do like that. It is not advisable. See, the problem is here. If the student is unable to take the third mid, then attainment become a 0, no? Because of you have written the unit wise.
Yes. But our
That's
university,
why-
only 2 meets are. So even in our college also, some staff member are thinking in that direction, and some staff members are thinking in another direction. Which is the conclusion? We are not able
But
to.
you
that
see,
one.
with respect to my institution, sir, we will write the course outcome by considering entire syllabus.
Entire
Means unit,
syllabus.
yes, unit means CO1 may come unit 1, unit 2, unit 3, unit 4. It doesn't matter. You will write one CO.
Yes.
For example, with respect to now CO1 you have written based on the understanding skill.
Oh.
The understanding questions, it may come unit
Unit 1,
mid
unit
1
2,
or
unit
mid.
3, unit
Doesn't matter.
Yes, sir.
It doesn't matter.
Okay.
So that tomorrow mapping is very easy. Attainment also is very easy. See, our objective is if a student is studied that particular subject, whether he acquired apply skill, analyze skill, design skill with respect to that subject, that is our objective. That's all. Whether unit wise, sub-unit wise, we will not look in that one, sir. Some people, they will go even sub-unit also. Means unit 1, there are sub-unit 1, sub-unit 2 also. We will not do that one, sir. We will entirely focus on whether if the student will study that particular subject, whether he acquired apply skill or not. That's all. Hello? Hello?
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir.
Okay. Sir, 4 more student of candidate audience, they raise the hands. I don't know who is the.
Krishnamurthy, sir, you can speak. Krishnamurthy, sir.
Hello, good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon, sir. Tell me, sir.
Can you clarify the CO mapping, one-to-one mapping to PO1 to PO4? Based on
Yes,
the
sir. Yeah.
text?
Yes, sir. 1 minute, sir. I'll come that slides because. Yeah. If you take here, sir. Now, generally, what we say that Bloom's level 3, you can map with PO1. Bloom's level 4, you can map with PO2. Bloom's level 6, in a sense, it is creative. It's nothing but in an MBA point of view, design skill, PO3. Bloom's Bloom's level 5, you can map with PO4. In a sense, PO4 nothing but 1 minute. MBA point of view, it is a conduct investigation skill. From PO1 to PO4, you just do one-to-one mapping. For example, if any particular CO, for example, you take the CO2 you have written based on the apply skill, you just focus on only one-to-one up to PO1 to PO4. You just look only one-to-one because of it will come to Bloom's level. If any particular CO, if it is already mapped with higher Bloom's, then no need to map with lower level. For example, I already told one example. If your qualification is PhD, no need to say that BTech, MTech, PhD like that. You straight away you say that what is my qualification is PhD, means highest Bloom's. That's all. Because of Bloom's, these norms is only applicable up to PO1 to PO4, not for PO5, PO6 like that. Bloom's, directly you can map PO1 to PO4 only. For example, you take in CO4, I have mapped with PO4 in investigation. I also map with PO9, PO10. Because Blooms, you can find only PO1 to PO4 only. That's all, sir. It should be one-to-one mapping only.
Thank you, sir.
I will explain how to do mapping in this 2, 1 through later, sir.
Okay.
Any other, sir?
Thank you, sir.
Vaishnavi ma'am.
Hello?
Vaishnavi ma'am, you can unmute yourself.
Good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon, madam. Yes.
Sir, regarding the programming subject, sir, usually we will be having like a write a program. So will it be coming under the apply level or design level, sir?
I understood, madam. You're asking lab point of view.
Yeah, lab point of view. If
Don't worry,
even
madam.
in the theory exams, when we have a question like write a program about something, some concept.
It's nothing but apply level only, no? It's apply level only.
Yeah. So will it be coming
Apply.
under apply level only?
Yes,
Yes.
no, yes. Even though you write algorithm,
Solved in the class or somewhere else.
yes, yes.
So
it's the
if
apply
we give
level.
any new question, then also it will be coming under apply only, sir.
Yeah, in the sense you're asking for the given scenario, you're asking the student to solve the problem. It's
Yes,
nothing
sir.
but it's apply level only.
Okay.
For the given scenario, you're asking the student to solve the problem. It's the apply
Yes.
level only.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir.
Yes, sir. Gopal Krishna, sir.
Hello.
Hello, sir.
Sir, good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon, sir.
Sir, once could you show the question paper setup slide, sir?
Question paper slides, sir.
Question paper setup slides.
No, you're asking. I have given a couple of things. I don't know which one you're saying. Whether you're asking university or this one.
Mid exam question paper setup.
Oh, CIE. Oh, now this one. Yeah.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Sir, when we prepare the question paper, we should also follow a particular format, sir.
So generally, in my institution, we have a dean, will prescribe that one. So this is the structure you have to follow. For example,
Okay.
apply level, this is, for example, question 1A, you have to give question only, apply level question only. Analyze level, you have to like that one. This is the structure. College is well defined, sir.
Okay. This is the format.
Ah,
Simple
sir.
format.
In my institution, we follow this one only.
Okay. Okay. Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir.
And we will also put benchmark like that. See, lower level Bloom's, you cannot give the more mark. For example, if you are giving like a Bloom's level 1, level 2, the percentage of marks, it should be very less. You can give more mark for the higher level, not for the lower level. That's we follow.
Hello.
Hello, sir.
Sir, you can speak, sir.
Hello, sir.
Madam,
Hello,
you
sir. Tell me, madam.
Madam, sir. Good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon, sir. Good afternoon.
Actually, here in our curriculum, 2 types of courses, sir. One is core courses and another one is professional courses.
When you want to say elective?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Core courses and professional courses. Right.
Okay.
Here in professional courses, actually, it is in increasing order. In CO1 is understand and remember level, and CO2 is next level, and so on until 4th unit. Up to 4th unit. That is in as per the mention in Bloom's taxonomy level, it is in pyramid shape. Suppose here coming to the theory of computation and design and analysis of algorithm point of view. Design and analysis of algorithm point of view. Suppose here consider the first CO1 is related to remember and understand level of the basic levels of the algorithms.
Okay.
Okay. Second unit is analyze, and the third unit is create.
Okay.
Okay. Again, 4th unit is it is related to NP hard and NP complete.
Okay.
It is the hardest topic. Again, we are framing the CO1 related to the 0th level, first level. That is like write the remembering and understanding basic concepts of NP hard and NP complete problems.
Yes, madam.
Now here, how should I frame in entire syllabus wise or unit or module wise?
That's why what I want to say is to use that. You do one thing. Ye- Unit 1, you take it. You write the COs. You write the COs. Don't worry whether it is apply level or analyze level or design level. You write the CO. And unit 2, no, you write some COs like apply level, analyze level, or something like the unit 3 also same thing like that. Now you segregate the all these like apply level. You take the COs from the unit 1, unit 2, unit 3, and you write the generalized. You take the CO now analyze level COs from the unit 1, unit 2, unit 3, unit 4. You take the generalized CO. Then you write only one CO. That's what I want to say to you.
Okay, yet in CO here we can use only one verb, no? Not more than one verb.
That's what I'm saying, madam. See, don't use the word, madam. If any, in future, there is no course outcome, madam. By seeing that question itself, you will identify whether it's apply level or analyze level.
Okay.
So what I want to say is that whenever you're writing the course outcomes, don't look for the unit wise. You see the entire syllabus. Then you write the one CO. In the sense, if you are unable to write the course outcome, madam, what you have to do is that you write the list of the course outcome from unit 1. You write this list of the course outcome unit 2, unit 3, unit 4, unit 5 like that. Now you take, now your objective is now you want to write the CO1 based on the understanding level as well as remember level. You look out the all the units which are the comes under the Bloom's level 1, level 2. You raise one generalized statement. Now you want to write one more.
It is not belongs to unit 1.
That's why it doesn't matter. Remember level may come unit 1, unit 2. It doesn't matter. You're writing one CO. Even apply level point of view, you want to write one CO. You see the which are the COs. It is different from where you collect from the point of view. You look all the COs from the unit 1, unit 2, unit 3, and write a generalized statement. That way you have to write. After that, you have to see that what are assessment tool you're using. You have to do validating. That I will come next, madam, because when you see this one, you will come.
Okay, sir. Okay, thank you, sir.
Okay.
Srinivas, sir, you can unmute yourself. Srinivas, sir, you can speak. Srinivas, sir. Maybe no. Bhavani ma'am, you can unmute yourself.
Hello. Good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon, sir.
Sir, shall we write any CO that are related to remembering and understand level?
No, I didn't get you.
Sir, shall we write any CO course outcome that are at remember and understand level?
Yeah, you can write, but you cannot directly map to the any PO, but you have to do mapping only. It is problem. For example, if you're writing any CO based on the understanding level, like a security point of view, then you can map with PO6. But
okay. Sir.
That's
Yeah,
why, sir.
I clear now. So actually, those are at remember and understand level now. So to which PO it is mapped?
Generally, for example, like that, if you take PO6, it mainly talks about the security.
Yeah.
If you're writing any CO based on the security point of view, then it is possible there you can map. Not it is not directly mapped with directly PO1 to PO4, but you can subsequently stages, like a PO6, PO7, there it may possible, sir, but indirectly.
Okay. Thank you.
Srinivas, sir, you can unmute yourself. Varaprasad, sir, maybe you can continue, sir.
Yes, sir. Yeah. Now, with respect to here, in order to measure the CO1, we can use the theory exam as well as assignments as assessment tool. But with respect to this example, I am using the theory exam as assessment tool. In the sense, in my question paper, I can give like the Bloom's level, like explain, write a short notes, define, list. This type of questions, you can give it. In the theory exam, it's possible. Now, in order to measure the CO2, we can use the theory exam. For example, this CO2. In order to measure the CO2, I can use exam as well as assignment as assessment tools. But this example, I'm using the theory exam as assessment tool. In the sense, like a estimate, calculate, derive, find out, this type of Bloom's like verbs in the theory exams you can use. In the sense, any question which start with the Bloom's level 3, then you can use this to assess this particular CO. Now, in order to measure the CO3, we can use the theory exam as well as assignment 3, this one. Like a differentiate, examines, this type of verbs, questions, if it comes under Bloom's level 4, it should be level 4, then you can assess the CO3. Now, in order to measure the CO4, we can use only assessment tool like a assignment. It is not possible through exam. That's why I told that since it is a Bloom's level 5. As per the ACT norms, what it says that yeah, someone else, Lashmi Srinivas has raised. Yes, sir. Sir, can you CH Lashmi Srinivas has raised her hands. Sir, can you give the permission to her? Hello? Madam, you can speak.
Hello. Hello.
Yes, sir.
Sir, good afternoon. Sir, this is regarding you're talking about the course outcomes pertaining to you have to write only for one subject, right?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. For example, I have a combination of theory and practical laboratory courses also there. See, for example,
course we'll call.
Yeah, in that case, people, the students will learn understanding and remembering level will come in the theory. When they go to lab, they will able to build the circuit and they will see the outcome. I want to give you designing on their own circuit in the exam question paper. So it will go for, I have to combine the learning outcomes from both theory and the corresponding lab subject.
Sir, I want to ask one question. One second.
Yes, please.
So which subject you are, I want to clarify. Which subject that one, sir?
See, pneumatics and hydraulics circuit, pneumatics and hydraulics, fluid power control systems.
No,
so
you take one subject. No, one subject.
Now, pneumatics and hydraulics.
Now, what is the mark, sir?
Marks,
how many marks?
I have marks for yeah, 40 marks.
Yeah, 40 plus 60.
Yes, sir. 100 marks.
Yeah. 40 marks. What are the assessment tool? Means like a mid exam, any other?
Only mid exam normally for the theory is concerned. Assignment, 2 assignments will be there, 2 mid exams will be there.
Now I understood, sir. But you are telling that even lab component is there, then it is not integrated course, that one.
No, lab component means, see, whatever we deal in the theory subject, they will practically build the circuit in the laboratory. Though it is okay, not sir, directly related, they will learn how to build the circuit, analyze the circuit, create the circuit in the laboratory. Because of theory part, they're explored the laboratory course. So
that's
can
why,
I
sir,
combine these outcomes?
No, sir. See, that lab point of view, separate code is there.
Yeah, that is the separate course is there. Separate.
As long as if there is a separate code, we call it as that is separate course.
Okay.
That is meaning of that one. See, if you do separate mark, separate code is there. When subject code is there, then it is a separate course, that one. We cannot combine that one, sir.
Okay, they learn separately. Though the basis and the theory part, they do it separately. So I have to be separate these course outcomes for theory and laboratory.
Yeah, separate, sir. Because I will come next subsequently, sir.
Okay, thank you very much, sir. Thank you, sir.
Okay, sir. Right, sir. Now, with respect to here, in order to measure the CO4, we can use the assessment tool only CO5. I mean, assignment only. Then since here, this CO is focused on only group activities. Group activities in the sense like a mini project. In the sense, for example, you are handling, there is a subject called computer network or something like that. In that particular subject, you can give this some sort of group projects. In the sense, group of 3 to 4 students, example, you have only two options. One is mid exam is there, even assignment is there. There is no concept called mini project with respect to this subject. In that case, it is not possible. So you have to use only assignment only. So you are more emphasis on giving the investigation skill. In the sense, you are giving some sort of research problem to the students. I mean, the student has to do this work in a team, then submit the report. I mean, submit the report. I mean, like a assignment, yes, so they have to submit. To measure the CO5, I mean, assignment is used here. The CO is focused on the individual assignment CO5. Here, more emphasis on the given to the security issues. The student has to do this as an individual and submit the report. But with respect to here, group assignment in the sense, group of the student, in the 3 to 4 students, together they will do literature work. Based on that, they will submit the report. Like as a faculty, your objective is what is his contribution as an individual, what is in a team. As a leader, what is his contribution in a team? That is based on that you have to focus on. Now, I already told that writing the CO, it's not a big thing, but you have to do the validation. Now, if you take here, CO1, you have written based on the remember level, understanding level, you are using exam as assessment tool. As per the AICTE norms, it clearly says that fixed exam hours, you can analyze anything, remember level as well, understanding. Yes, that's what he says, that exam is correct. Now, CO2 you have written based on the apply skill, but you are using, see, this is apply skill. You are using a fixed, yes, it is possible. CO3 you have written based on the analyze, is nothing but this one. You are using fixed exam hours. Yes, it is possible. CO4, CO5, it is possible. So even mini project if you have, then it is also possible to measure that one. But with respect to this example, you don't have a mini project with respect to this particular subject. You have only assignment you have. So you have, in order to measure the CO4, CO5, we are using the assignment. In the sense of CO4, it is a group-based activities. Like a group of students, you are giving the assignment. And CO5, you are, it is an individual assignment. Individual student, you are giving the individual assignment. That's meaning of that one. Now, here I'm showing the how to write the course outcome for the laboratory courses. Here I am assuming the following things. I'm sure everyone know for procedure point of view, you are giving the marks. With respect to here, I'm giving the 5 marks. For the program output point of view, means for the program outcomes, I have given 5 marks. For conduction of the experiments, I am giving 10 marks. For submission of the lab reports, I am giving 5 marks. So total marks is 25. Generally, this is the practice. If I'm correct, every institution they will follow these things. In that case, for writing the procedure point of view, means for procedure point of view, I'm writing 1 CO. Means output point of view, I'm writing 1 CO. Experimental point of view, means student has to do experiment. That point of view, I have written 1 CO. Lab report point of view, I have written 1 CO. So totally I have written 4 outcomes. I will explain them in detail in next slides. Now, if you look at there, now for procedure point of view, you will give the marks. Then I'm writing 1 CO. For example, student has the ability to apply the database problem. In the sense, any model or any techniques, any procedure, if you're applying, then you can map this particular CO with PO1. I am allocating the 5 marks. Now, For checking the output, you will give the marks, Then I'm writing one more CO, nothing but CO2. Student has the ability to analyze the output of the database for the given problem with respect to DBMS subject. Here, PO2 is nothing but analyze. It is allocated 5 marks. So now I'm sure that for conducting an experiment, you will also give the marks. Then I'm writing another CO. CO3 is student has the ability to conduct the experiment as an individual or by using the modern tools like a MongoDB, MySQL. Here we are allocating the 10 marks. In most of the UG lab, almost of all the programs are executed in a team. For example, the batch size may be either 2 or 4 students. Here, you are more emphasis is given for the usage of the modern tools like a MongoDB. For example, if you are using any computer network related CO, like it may be the InstitutNS or Qualnet, some other people like a math people or chemistry people labs, if they have, they may be used like a MATLAB, like that. You can also use latest tools like that. So that, we are allocating we are allocating 4 marks out of 10 for individual performance in a team, in a lab team. You are allocating 4 marks. Learning the latest tools, you are allocating 2 marks. With respect to here, PO5 mainly talks about the modern tools. PO9 is talk about the individual performance. PO12 talks about the latest. PO9 you are allocating 4 marks. PO12 you are allocating the 2 marks. Now I am sure that for the laboratory report point of view, you will allocate the marks. I'm writing the another CO based on the report. Report is nothing but written communication skills. Based on the lab report submission, you will give the marks. That's why here PO10 is allocated to 5 marks. If you observed here, procedure point of view, I have written 1 CO. Output point of view, I have written 1 CO. Experimental point of view, I have written 1 CO. Report point of view, I have written another CO. This is the way you can write the COs. This is whatever the COs I have written, it is a lab point of view. So this is the based on marks you can write here. Now here I am showing the here by considering the list of the programs in the labs and TLP and assessment tools. What are the assessment tools? I have written the 4 course outcomes. CO1 is mainly emphasizing the apply level in the sense procedure point of view. CO2 I have written based on the PO2 analyze in the sense checking the output, and CO3 is focused on the PO5 in the sense usage of the modern tools, usage of the modern equipments. PO9 it is also CO3 is also focused on the PO9 in the sense as a team performance. CO3 is also focused on the PO12. This is student has to use the latest tools in order to solve the problems. In the sense, it is lifelong learning. In the sense, with respect to CO3, it's focused on the usage of the modern tools, teamwork, and as well as yes, Srinivas Ganapati, can you raise the hands? Yes, you can speak, sir. Good afternoon. Yes, sir.
So I'm from mechanical engineering department.
Yes, sir.
So if I need to formulate the COs for the machine drawing,
Okay.
drawing subject. How all the contents are related to sketch. Most of the contents are related to sketch, and the level of complexity will be increased. Depends
Yes,
upon
sir.
the component.
Yes, sir.
And then how to write the COs for the concerned subject.
Sir, I'll do one thing. No, you have a certain thing procedure you follow, sir. See, for procedure you will give the marks, your university.
Procedure, okay. Some basic structure. Views.
Sir,
Basic.
for example, apply X techniques or Y techniques. You are giving the procedure to follow, because whenever any student comes, will say that okay, you apply these techniques or this model to solve the problems. In lab, there are a lot of programs are there. Student has to execute. by using the different techniques. It's nothing but, it is a procedure only.
Okay. Just to
Checking the
view.
output.
Yes.
Checking the output, it's nothing but analyze. Conducting experiment, like using the modern tools in a team, then it is,
No.
for which you can also give the marks.
No,
Like
no.
a report also, you will give the marks,
It is not a group activity. It is an individual examinations will be conducted for that subject, concerned subject.
In that case, sir, you cannot map. For example, as long as if they're not done group, then you cannot map with the PO9.
Okay, what I mean, first we have to see whether the student followed the procedure. Procedure wise, one CIVO we have to write.
Yes, sir.
Another
That's why I'm
CIVO
saying no. 1 second. That's why whenever you're writing the CO, you have to take the 3 parameters. One is list of the programs, assessment.
Okay. Okay, sir. Yes.
Okay. Now I'm talking about, here I'm showing how to map the CO PO. With respect to, sir, I can take the questions after my presentation, because another 10 to 15, another 5 to 10 slides are there. After that, I will take the question answers. Now here I am showing the how to mapping CO PO. Here I am showing the CO PO mapping. The mapping is done either 1 or 2 or 3. How to assign the weights for the POs of the graduate attributes? There are 12 POs are there with respect to MBA point of view, whether it may be the computer science program or ECE or electrical, it doesn't matter, but you have to map those POs. How to map that one? Here, you should have a certain procedure at the college level or department level in order to mapping here. For example, here more than 40% the percentage are equal to 30% of the total marks on particular graduate attribute, in the sense PO. Then you have to allocate the weight is 3, in the sense level is 3. More than 10% are equal to 10% of the 10% of the total marks, or less than 30% of the total marks, then level is 2. Less than 10% of the total marks, then weightage is 1. I'll go on small example here. So whatever, this is the table what I'm showing, it is I'm assuming that it is a department policy or even college policy we are following. This assumption I have taken here. Now I am assuming here with respect to here, I'm example here. I already told that I'm taking, there is a subject called computer networks. It is a non-integrated course. In a sense, this particular subject is contained only mid-exam assignment only. It does not having any lab components. That's meaning of that one. Now, with respect to here, with respect to these subjects, there are 5 course outcomes with respect to these subjects. In previous slides, I have shown what are the POs with respect to these subjects are focused, like a PO1, PO2, PO4, PO9, PO6, PO10. Because if you see here, this is with respect to the subjects. This is PO1, PO2, PO4, PO9, PO6, PO10. It is focused. There are nearly 6 program outcome is focused. Now, I already told that since PO1, it is not mapped with any PO because of this PO, this CO, it is based on the Bloom's level 1, level 2. Even it is not, even I cannot map indirectly to the PO6, even PO7, because of it is not related to any security or ethical issues also. So that's why it is based on the Bloom's level 1, level 2 only. So I am not mapping with any POs, but I am giving some marks with respect to that one. CO1, I am assessing the exam as assessment tool. Now, with respect to CO2, in order to assess the CO2, you take the CO2 is mapped with PO1, apply level, and allocated to 10 marks out of 25. In theory exam, how many marks? Mid exam, 25. So with respect to this particular PO, how many marks I have allocated? 25 marks. Then, what is the condition I told that? So mid exam, how many mid-exam total mark 25. With respect to this particular PO, how many marks I am allocating here? 10. So 10 divided by 20. More than 30%. So the mapping strength should be 3. Now I'll come to CO3. CO3, it is mapped to the PO2. Yes, it is analyzed level and allocated how many marks? 10 marks out of 25. Then CO3, no, it's mapped with analyzed level PO2. Then 10 divided by 25, because of 10 marks out of 25 marks, you are allocating 20. Out of 25 marks, you are allocating 10. So 10 divided by 25, it is a 40%. It's lies and no more than 30%. The weightage should be 3. Yes. Now, with respect to CO4, CO4, it is mapped to the PO4, PO9, PO10, and it is allocated to the 3 marks. It is a group-based activity. In the sense, you are giving a problem to the student, to some sort of research problem, to the group of students. Those students, they have to visit either maybe library or internet. They have to refer more than 10 to 15 research paper. They have to submit a report to the, they have to do investigation. They have to submit the report to the faculty member. That is assumption. Now, with respect to this CO, it is mapped with the 3 POs, PO4, PO9, PO10. Yes, PO4 is mainly emphasized on the investigation skill, and PO9, it's mainly talks about the in a team. PO10 is mainly talks about the communication skills, because you're asking a report. Yes. Now here, for PO4, you are allocating the 2 marks. PO4, for example, you take here CO4, you are allocated into 2 marks out of 3. So it is a 67%. Then it should be 3. Weightage means weight should be like a teamwork. So 0.5 divided by 3, it is a 16%. So it is a second condition. More than 10% and less than 30% of the total marks, it is a 2. That is the reason only we kept here 2. Then another is 0.5 marks, it is allocated per PO10. 0.5 divided by 3, it is 16%. So it is nothing but it is once again, it's more than 10% and less than 60%. It is comes under weightage 2. Now with respect to CO5, it is mapped PO6, PO10. In the sense, this particular CO, it is more focused on the security, as well as you are asking to submit the written document. It's nothing but his communication skills. So how many marks you are allocated here for with respect to this one? Assignment 2, it is a 2 marks. Then PO6, it is, with respect to CO5, you are towards PO6, you have allocated 1.5 marks. 1.5 marks divided by 2, it is 75. The weight should be 3. And CO, with respect to PO10, you are allocated 0.5 marks. 0.5 marks divided by 2, so it is 25%. So it should be 2. I already told that since CO1, it is not mapped with any PO, so that's why there is no mapping here. Yeah. Previously I talked about the non-integrated course. Now I'm talking about the integrated course. When I say that integrated course, it contains the theory component as well as lab component. That's meaning of the term. Yeah, Swaminathan sir, rise. You can ask now. Swaminathan. Swaminathan.
I have one doubt, sir.
Yes, sir. Tell me, sir.
I have one doubt, sir. Sir, you are allocated 5 marks. You are allocated 5 marks for CO1 and CO2. Sir, while calculating.
No. You see, try to understand. See, you see that CO1, for example, mid-exam point of view, CO1, how many marks I have allocated? 5 marks.
5 marks, sir. So,
5 marks. CO2, I have allocated 10 marks.
CO1 only. I will talk about CO1 only, sir.
Yes,
sir.
Sir, yes, sir.
While calculating attainment, CO attainment, how you will take 5 marks, sir?
That's why your nice question. Nice question. That's why. While calculating the CO1, I have given marks, but I will calculate CO, but I never use while calculating the PO.
Okay.
Yes,
So you
I will not use.
So use 5 marks only for CO attainment, not for
Yeah, I will tell the reason. Because of in my college also, so there is a debate on this issue. Because of we are giving the marks for the theory exams. For example, if any student in question paper, there is some sort of explain, write a short note, discuss, this type of questions, we'll give the marks also. But while calculating the CO with respect to this particular CO1, we will never use any PO. In case if you're writing that particular CO, any PO6 like a PO7, like a security related, some blah blah blah. Other than up to PO5, if you're not mapping anything, you can use it, sir. But till now, we will not do that one, sir, because we will not mapping any PO. Then we'll not use this particular CO while calculating the PO.
Almost in all university question papers, the questions are based on level 1 and level 2 only, sir.
100% sure. That's why that's what I'm saying. No, because I know that is the reason only. There is whatever the example I'll show to you, because if I have to go. This is, I don't want to say that one X university in Andhra, I got, this is the question paper. This this is not my question paper. This whatever I'm showing here. This is one subject. They ask question paper to set that one. They given this is a sample. If you see this sample, everything blooms level 1, level 2 only. Then attainment become a
difficult.
That's why. That's why with respect to semester and exam, it is not your control. Yes, so you mainly focus on only internal, sir, because since you are autonomous college, then you don't have any control on the university exam question paper pattern.
Okay.
Yeah. Any other questions, sir? Someone has, I think, raised the hands. I don't know who is the raised hand.
So good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon, sir.
Sir, is there any other method to COPO mapping, sir, for levels instead of marks?
Sir, in JNTU Kakinada, they will use some sort of techniques called number of hours you spend in the classroom.
Okay.
That technique they will use. But the problem is, what I want to say that there are some people, they are very good. Even if the particular topic is very small, they will drag like 4 hours, 5 hours, even 10 hours also. They will take only one topic, they will drag like anything. In that case, mapping becomes a major issue, sir.
Okay.
So this is whatever technique I show, it is some sort of what do you say that one? It is a systematic way we follow. Otherwise, you have to see that how much of percentage of design. For example, you see the syllabus. Okay, this syllabus, design syllabus is more. Then you put 3.
Yes, sir.
Like we can say that gut feeling.
So generally we follow that
gut feeling, I can say.
Yes, sir.
But sir, defining is very difficult, sir. But as long as if you follow this process.
Autonomous college, they're following 3 sets or 4 sets, sir. So for the confidential, at that time we initially can't fix the CO marks in that case.
Yeah, sir, I will give a nice example because of semester and exam attainment, sir. Because of that will come tomorrow, I think tomorrow. Sir. I'll show to you how to do it.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir.
One more, sir. Some more other person. 2 people, they raise the hands.
Sir.
Yes, sir.
Sir, can we have common course outcomes for the laboratory course? For all the laboratories.
That's why, see, my question is, you take any university, sir, in India. Yes. We will give mark for the procedure.
Yes, sir. Yes.
We will give the mark for output. We will give the mark for experimental, conducting experimental. Yes. We will give the report also. Yes. By considering, you do reverse engineer. Yes. Reverse engineer. So, any student submit the report, then we have to give the marks,
Yes, sir.
Conducting the experiment will give, checking the output will give the marks, procedure will give the marks. Yes, so that point of view, right, sir? Oh. This is up to my knowledge. This is, I'm thinking that this is JNTU point of view. I've written this one. Sir, any? I think 2 more people they raise the hands. Yeah.
Ma'am, you can speak.
Sir,
Yes, madam.
sir, if 5 units are there,
Okay.
CO sir 5 is enough, or else we should write about 6 CO sir.
That's why MBA clearly says that, madam. See, I already told that MBA will expect 4 to 6. Generally, what
Okay.
happened? No, recently I went one ex-college. I don't want to say.
Okay.
That guy has written only one course outcome. He mapped with all POs. Whatever
Oh,
the
okay.
question he is given, he mapped with all PO. Generally, what
Mhm.
happened? No, in Telugu they will call. నాకు నువ్వు ఏ క్వశ్చన్ ఇచ్చినా కూడా నేను రాసే ఆన్సర్ ఇదే. ఆ విధంగా ఆ క్యాండిడేట్ ఐ హాస్ రిటన్ yes
For
madam.
lab also, sir? For lab also. Okay, okay.
That's why I'm
Thank
saying,
you,
no,
sir.
I cannot differentiate when there is, I will call that one as a course, whether it's maybe the lab or
Yeah, yeah.
theory or private work, seminar, internship, we call it a course. As
Definitely.
long as if you have separate code for particular subject, then we'll call it a course. That's all.
Oh, okay, okay. Thank you very much.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, any other one more person raise the hands.
Good afternoon, sir. Sir,
Good afternoon,
regarding the calculation which you have just shown for the POCO mapping, sir. Sir, when you have shown for the calculation of the CO2, sir, we have considered the total marks, that is 10 out of 25. Means for the CO2, we have allotted 10 marks out of 25.
Yes.
So we have taken 10 out of 25, which gave us 40%. So we have considered it to be level 3, no, sir.
Level 3, because
The
no more than
CO2 should be
30%.
mapped. Yeah, it is greater than 30%. Now, when we
Yes.
have taken CO4, which is actually mapped with the 3 POs, now in that case, we are considering 3. Should it? How I was a bit confused with this calculation, sir.
No. What is your question, madam? PO4? CO4?
With respect to CO2, we are considering the total marks which are actually given for our exam, 25. But when you are considering CO4, we are considering the 3 marks which are given only for that particular CO.
No, I didn't get your question, madam. See, 1 second, I'll say. In theory exam, how many marks?
25 marks, no, sir.
25. Mid exam is 25 marks.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay, now, you take this example itself, madam. That CO2, I mean, CO2 you written based on the analyze skill. How many marks
we
you
have
allocated?
actually allotted 10 marks, sir.
Yeah.
So we have.
So it is mapping is 3. Next, what is the next question?
When you are going for CO4, where it is mapped for more than 1 POs.
Now I'll come. CO, now
So
with
should
respect
we
to this
not
exam,
take the total 25 marks here, sir?
where CO4, no. See, for example, I'll tell you. Assignment, how many marks you are giving? That particular assignment. There are 2 assignment, assignment 1, you are giving 3 marks. Assignment is 2 marks. Here is total marks, how many marks here? It is only 3, no?
Yes, sir.
Because
Then
how can, because see here total marks itself, total is 3. You're distributing 3 out of 3 marks. How many marks you're distributing? That's what I want to say.
Okay. Okay.
So because total marks itself, 3, because you divided divided by 25 or something, then it will become a because that's not correct, because you are himself given 3 marks only. Total marks. Assignment 1, 3 marks. Assignment 2, 2 marks.
Yes, sir. Even for the CO2, we have given only 10 marks, no, sir. Out of 25, we have allotted 10 marks for CO2. And means for CO4, we have allotted 3 marks.
No, try to one second, madam. CO1, CO2, CO3, to measure this particular, these 3 COs, you have used exam. But with respect to CO4, if you take CO4, you are using to assignment 1. This one you are using.
Yes, sir.
CO5, you are using assignment 2. So that is reason only CO1, CO2, CO3, no? You are divided by 25.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, you take CO3, CO2 divided by 25 only. But whereas CO4, divided by 3. If you take CO5, it is divided by 2 because the maximum marks only 2. With respect to any other question? Someone is raised.
No, sir.
Hello, sir.
Yeah, hello, sir. Tell me, sir.
Good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon.
Sir, how to write COs and assessment for project work?
Okay. Now, sir, you do reverse engineer, sir. That's what I want to say. For example, I given this an example.
Tell me, sir.
Yeah. Now, with respect to lab point of view, you do reverse engineer, sir. Procedure, you will give this one I told, no?
Yeah, sir.
Yeah. Now, for example, identifying the problem, you will give the marks.
Oh, okay, sir.
Literature work.
Yeah.
I have a slide, sir, but due to this, time constraint,
Okay,
I am not
I understood, sir. I understood.
Sir, reversing your design point of view, yes, like an investigation, teamwork, originality,
Okay,
like
okay,
that.
sir.
Use of the modern tools.
Okay, sir. Okay, sir.
Hello.
Sir, good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon, sir.
Regarding the COPO mapping, just you showed one calculation, sir. In
Yes,
that CO4 assignment is 3. So total assignment marks are 5, sir. You're allocating
Yes, but first,
3. So 3 by 5, it comes under level 3, na, sir, for CO4.
No. For example, now you see here, sir, with respect to CO4, in order to measure the CO4, I am using assignment 1. Assignment 1, it is carry the 3 marks. In order to measure the CO5, I am using assignment 2. It carry the 2 marks. Now,
Yes,
when
sir.
it comes to CO4, with respect to PO4, I allocated 2 marks. So because of 2 marks is allocated PO4, but total marks is 3. 2 by 3 is 67. So it comes under condition 1, in the sense more than 30%. So that is the reason only it's come 3.
But actually
now,
on the five for CO4 we are the 3. So that
in that
means
case,
yes, sir.
no. I have to write 3 plus 2, sir. Assignment 1, assignment 2.
Okay, sir.
Because that meaning of that one, sir.
Okay, sir. Okay. Thank you.
Assignment 1 3 marks, because of maximum marks only 3. In 3 out of we are doing distribution.
Okay, sir.
Okay, sir. Yeah, Narsappa Reddy. Sir, this is the one mechanism I am showing. If you have better than this approach, you can use. I am not saying that this is the best method like that, because here I am giving some statistic method. That's all. Yes, sir. Narsappa Reddy.
Hello, good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon, sir. Tell me, sir.
Sir, in CO4, you have taken for PO4 2 marks, and for PO9 and PO10, you have taken 0.5, sir. On which basis you have taken, sir, please?
Yeah, that's why I know. With respect to CO4, I have given more emphasis on the investigation. In the sense, as a faculty, I will ask my student I will give as a research problem. The student has to refer more than 15 to 20 research paper. In the sense, more emphasis on given on the investigation skill. And this is the group activities. Group of students, I will give this problem. Those students, they have to refer more than 10 to 15 to 20 research paper. Then they have to come to one conclusion. Then they have to submit their report. That's why when you do investigation, it is PO9, and they are doing as a team. Yes, it is a PO9. Investigation is a PO4. As a team, it is a PO9. Submitting report PO10. That's all.
Okay.
Yeah, another, sir. Someone has raised hands.
No, sir. You can continue, sir.
Yeah. Now I'm talking about with respect to this is the integrated course. Yeah, it is an integrated course. Here, with respect to this example, I already told that integrated course, you have a 4 components like a theory marks, 25, mini project is 10, lab point of view 10, assignment point of view 5. Now, with respect to this example, assignment, I have not divided anything. I have taken only one assignment. Total component only I have taken. But previously, I have divided assignment into 2 components. In the sense, first assignment point of view, I have written 1 CO. Second assignment point of view, I have written another CO. But here, I have just taken only 4 components, one component point of view, I've written like that. With respect to CO2, here it is mapped with PO1, apply level, allocate 10 marks out of 25 in theory exams. Then 10 divided by 25, it is a 40%, it is a level 3. Then CO3, it is mapped to the PO2, it is analyzed level and allocated 10 marks out of 25 in theory exam. 10 divided by 25, it is a 40%, it is a level 3. Now CO4, it is mapped with PO3 in the sense design level, as well as PO9 in the sense teamwork, PO10 in the sense it is a communication skill. By considering this one, we have allocated 10 marks for the all three POs. For PO3, it is allocated 6 marks, 6 divided by 10, it is 60%. Then level is 3, 2 marks is allocated for the PO9, 2 by 9, it is a 20%, it is a level 2. Then 2 marks is allocated for the PO10, then to CO5, it is mapped with PO4, PO10, and then allocated 5 marks. This PO10 for PO4, it is allocated 3 marks. 3 divided by 5, it is 60%. Then it is level 3. Then and 1 mark is allocated for the PO9. It is 1 by 5. It is a 20%. It is the level 2. 1 mark is allocated for the PO10. 1 divided by 5, it is a 20%. So it is a level 2. With respect to CO6, it is a map with PO5, PO10, PO12. Then total marks is 10 marks. 6 divided by 10 with respect to PO5, it is 75. And with respect to PO10, it is allocated 2 marks. 2 divided by 10, it is a 20%. So this is 2. With respect to PO12, it is allocated 2 marks. 2 divided by 10, it is a 20%. So it is a 2. This is the way mapping will be taken place. Now with respect to lab mapping point of view, I want to show here. I am showing the COPO mapping for the lab courses. Here I am taking the subject called DBMS. There are 4 course outcomes here. Total marks is 25. I already told that procedure point of view, I have allocated 5 marks. 5 marks for the output, 10 marks for the conduction of the experiments. Lab report point of view, I allocated 5 marks. Considering all different components, mapping is taking place here. CO1 is mapped to the PO1, is nothing but apply level. It's allocated 5 marks in the sense procedure point of view. 5 divided by 5, it is a 100%. It is a level 3. Now CO2, it is mapped with PO2, means analyze level, and it is allocated to 5 marks, means based on the output. It is mapped with PO5, PO9, PO10. In the sense, PO5 in the sense uses the modern tools when conducting of programs by using the modern tools, and in a team are using the latest technology. In the sense, it's allocated 10 marks. So for all 3 POs, for PO5, it's allocated 4 marks. 4 divided by 10, it is a 40%. So level is 3. Now another one is PO9 also we allocated 4 marks. 4 divided by 10, it is a 40%. Level also it is a 3. Then with respect to PO12, we are allocated 2. 2 divided by 10, it is a percentage is 2. So now with respect to CO4, we have written based on the report. In the sense, CO4 is mapped with PO10 for lab report point of view. It's allocated 5 marks because of student will communication skill. So 5 divided by 5, 5 divided by 5, it is 100%. It is 100%. The weightage is 3. Now this is the reference I followed for my presentation. If you have any questions, please let me know.